Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for the half-season review of season 14. So today we're just going to go through fixtures, our European Champions group stage, which we had Arsenal, Porto, and IFK Göteborg in, and some more transfers actually. So firstly, transfers. I think what I didn't show you last time because it wasn't up to that point, we did sell another player. We sold Rory Pridham to Rangers for 100k. So I was pretty happy with that, seeing as he was only worth like 2.3k, and Rangers, like a lot of teams bid for him, but he never accepted because of wages. And then Rangers have signed him, and they haven't played him. They just send him out on loan to Elgin City. So to get 100k for a youth project prospect like that's pretty good. Then we had some more loans. Dave Dafford has finally left for 12.5k to Shamrock. 28 now, hasn't, I don't think, yeah, he got one appearance um, this season so far, so I thought it was time for him to leave because we have other goalkeepers coming up through, and then some just loans and whatnot. Two players are leaving though, they are youth players though. Gareth Phillips is going to AFC Wimbledon at the end of the season, and Richard Wright is going to ABBA at the end of the season. But yeah, so now we go on to the Champions, not the Champions League. Take that away first. Go on to our fixtures in the league. So I think yeah, we showed these first two. Um, After that, we had TNS, who we beat 8-2, which is a bit crazy. Um, Very strange game here. They actually took the lead, and then we just got quite a few goals. We got Simon Hurley got one, Billy Thompson got two, Draper got three, Hillier and Craig Williams got one each. Then we went to Bala, who we beat 3-1. Kieran O'Sullivan with two and Rob Pearson with one. Then we played Bangor City and beat them 5-1 at home. McCaw with one, Callahan with one, Craig Williams with two, and Tavares with penalty. Then we beat Haverfordwest 3-1 away. Keith Purcell with two and an own goal. Then 2-0 versus ABBA. Who scored in this one? Lee Pritchard and another own goal. Then we played the Premier League Cup first round versus TNS, which normally we don't really get them in the first few rounds, but got them out early, so we'll have someone else in the final. Augusto Tavares, Billy Thompson, Lee Williams, and Lee Pritchard with the goals there. Then we played Real, who we beat 2-1, even though we had a man sent off. Marcel Faria, our Portuguese centre back, got sent off towards the end, but Blanco and Simmons actually won us the game. He actually gave away a penalty, which they scored. So for the last 30 minutes, we were down a man, but we held on. Then we had Airbus, beat them 2-0. Lee Williams got two. Then Haverfordwest in the Premier League Cup quarter final, beat them 4-1. Callahan with two, Williams with one, and Hillier with one. Then we had Seven Druids, who beat 4-0 at home. Kodrikaru, Mark Bowen, Tavares, and Rob Pearson. Actually, I want to show you Mark Bowen. He's doing very well. He's only 18, but he's become the backup left mid in front of Blanco now, which is pretty crazy. He's done really, really well, just out of nowhere. It's like some of my youngsters kind of do that. They'll have a few seasons with us, and I'm not really like thinking much about them, and then suddenly they'll start playing really well for us. So that's pretty good. So as you can see here, Mark Bowen with the hat trick, Rob Pearson, Tavares, and Faria with the goals. Then we played Care, beat them 4-1. McCaw with two, Hillier and Callahan with goals. 5-0 versus Chirk. Oh yeah, and Kieran O'Sullivan, Lee Pritchard with a second half hat trick, and Jonathan Watson with a goal. And as you can see, here is our under-19s goalkeeper with the goal. So I just want to show you this. They had a man sent off as well. Jonathan Watson is now our backup keeper. We have Ben Gill in goal, and then Jonathan Watson, and then we have Nathan Roberts. And I think Jonathan Watson, he's had quite a few bids of like over 700k and stuff. Look at that. I just take that back a bit, and we're going to put that into TV. Now this is just out of nowhere. Like I was just watching, and suddenly like I'm like, wait, what? The goalkeeper scored. This is the first time it's ever happened, and it's happened with oh, slow it down. Let me get up like that. So yeah, goes back. Slow it down once more. Goes all the way back to him, and he runs out with it. I'm like, don't do anything stupid with it. He gets a bit close to the defender, and then just clears it. And look how high it goes. It literally bounces within the 6 yard box and goes in. It's just insane. I don't know how that happened. And then Lee Pritchard with a goal, or 3 goals when he got subbed on, I think, which is pretty good there, as we beat Guitra Monmouthshire in the Welsh Cup. Then we had Kerr, who beat 4-1, McCaw with 2, Hillier, and then Callahan. Did we? What? I think I missed out. I missed out actually that game. Yeah. Oh well. Oh no. I completely. That was Chirk. Got a bit confused there. Um, then we had Kerr again and beat them 5-0. Tavares, Thompson, Waters, Mainwaring, and Williams. Then we had TNS away. This was a bit of a scare actually. Tavares with an early goal for us. They got one 17 minutes. I just put us on overload, and Simon Hurley got one in the 88th minute to keep our winning streak going. Then we had Balla at home, beat 5-0. Tavares with a hat trick. Rob Pearson and Keith Purcell with the goals. Bangor City we beat 3-0 away. McCaw with a hat trick. That was it. Haverford West we beat 4-1. We actually had a man sent off. We had Josh Lewin, one of our youth left backs, sent off. Rob Pearson, Hurley, Simmons, and Kochikaru with the goals. Then we beat ABBA 4-0. Had another man sent off. We had Simon Hurley sent off, as well as one of their players sent off. McCaw with 2, Callahan and Mark Bowen with the goals. Airbus we beat 3-1. Billy Thompson, Mark Bowen, and Lee Pritchard, and they had another man sent off. So a lot of red cards this year, it seems. And then Pete Stephen Druids 3-0. McCaw, Callahan, and Draper. Then Real 5-0. Pearson with 2, Thompson, Tavares, and Keith Purcell. Then Ryder 3-0. Callahan, Tavares with 2. And then Ryder again in the Welsh Cup to round it off. Draper with 1 and Alan Simmons with 1 there. I swear I missed something, but oh well. So that is the league. If we look at the league standing, so that shows we are doing very, very well this year. 22 played, 22 won, 84 goals for, 10 against. I think we've already qualified for Champions League, because we've got 2 spots now. The top 2 get Champions League, so we've already qualified for that, which is pretty cool, I think. Or no, we've qualified for Europa so far. TNS in second by a long way, but for a while ABBA and Ryder were actually competing. I'm actually quite surprised by how well Ryder are doing, seeing as they're coming up, but I just wanted to show you that. This Ryder are managed by the one and only Darren Bent, which is very strange to see, as you can see in his career path. After Fulham, went to Hull and then managed Fleetwood. Then did he get sacked? Yeah, he's sacked. Sacked manager of Luton, and then sacked as manager of Tranmere. Sacked as manager of Partick Thistle, and now he's gone to Ryder, and he's doing well with them actually. Look at the sort of they're going up, they're staying in here, which is quite surprising for a team to have come up like that. But yeah, so player stats wise, we've got no one apart from Tavares, and average ratings. Also, there's been, well, awards wise, if we look at just the Welsh player, there we go, Wales, the awards. The player of the year was actually won by Callahan. 30 appearances, 21 goals, 14 assists. So it's been Draper, and Callahan. And then Young Player of the Year went to Callahan also. That's his 2nd year in a row. And it was all of our players. It was Callahan, then Craig Williams, then Wayne Clark, which is pretty cool there. Yeah. And I actually wanted to show you the international. We have so many people with Wales caps now. We got Hillier on 57, Wayne Clark on 36 at age 21, Simon Hurley, Simon Draper, Ben Blackburn, Alan Richards, Chris Waters, Robert Callahan. He's actually got 8 appearances, 7 goals, which is pretty good. John Walters, Lee Williams, Josh Mainwaring's been called up, Craig Williams, and Phil Warlow. And then we got Kojikaru and Darren McCaw for Romania and Northern Ireland. So that's pretty cool there. Um, but actually, now the important thing, the important part, the Champions League. So, if I show you those games. So, first off, we had a very tough trip to Porto. No, not to Porto, for them to come to us. And actually, we won 3-1, which is a bit crazy. We went 1-0 down to Maidana in the 39th minute, and then McCaw levelled it up. I think we were on counter, so no, we were on standard. And for the end, I just put it on attacking. Then McCaw scores, and then Tavares scores straight after him to make it actually look pretty comfortable. So that was a really good win for us there to get early off. Then we had Arsenal away, and we beat them 3-2. They took that lead early on, but then they had a man sent off, um, which then I think we were on counter. So Callahan scored on counter, and then Rossley scored for them. So I was like, oh, screw it. They've got a man down, let's go on standard. Then Alan Richards scores, and then Tavares scores to make it 3-2 and gave us the win against Arsenal at the Emirates, which is amazing. Then we had Göteborg, beat them 2-0 away, Russell and McCaw. And then at home we beat them 3-0, sort of known wins there. Draper with 2 and Callahan with 1. Then we had Porto. We only needed a point to qualify for the groups, the knockout round, and we got an equaliser in the 89th minute when I put us on attacking because we went 1-0 down to Roy or Rue. But yeah, I put us on attacking. Billy Thompson got the goal. And then final game, I don't think it actually mattered at this point, but we drew 2-2 with Arsenal. I think they took the lead twice, but we brought it back with Callahan. But actually, I'll show you. That game didn't really matter in the end because even if they won, we would have been above them. But yeah, we finished top of our group. 4 wins, 2 draws. Arsenal came second, and then Porto, and then Göteborg with 0 points. They did a us sort of thing. But yeah, that's a bit crazy. And I want to show you who we got. We have Sporting in the Champions League knockout round, first one. So we know we can beat them because if we look at the past meetings, we've beat them and we've drawn with them. So I think we can definitely do it over 2 legs because we've definitely improved from then. So that will be a good one for us there. If these are the other ones, Arsenal, PSG, Olympiacos, Barca, just usual. Bayern, Milan looks pretty good, but yeah, that's a bit crazy there. If I show you the stats for the players so far as well, before I go. Goals wise, McCaw, Tavares had a very good season. He's had quite a few sub appearances, but 14 goals, 14 assists for him. Draper's got 14 goals, 15 assists. Callan's got 13 goals. Thompson's got 11. Rob Pearson's doing well again, 10 goals, 7 assists. Mark Bowen's got 7 and 5. Lee Pritchard's got 6 and 5. Keith Purcell, he's a very good free kick taker. He's scored like 3 or 4 really good free kicks, even though he's only 12 free kick taking. But they've been really good, like top corner stuff. Assist wise, Draper's top, then Tavares, Callahan, McCaw, and then average rating. McCaw's actually top with 8.07, 16 goals, 9 assists. He's been doing pretty well. But yeah, so generally doing really well. But I actually wanted to show you something because we have like a ridiculously long record now for winning and unbeaten seasons. But I just wanted to show you James Blackmore's on loan at Linfield. And Linfield, they've just been breaking records all the time. Oh no, they've drawn. No, they've drawn. They were, I want to show you their league. 26 games, 26 won, 2 drawn. At one point, I think they were, how many have they played now? They were at 22 wins at 22 games played, I think, or something like that, or some crazy, ridiculous thing. And they were just, look, they're destroying their league. And they have been. They've been doing like us. Look, 94. They went unbeaten last season. They lost 1 the season before that. Lost 1 and then went unbeaten that season with 100 points. They are like the us of Northern Ireland, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it really. It's quite a lot to say actually. Um, hmm. Don't know if anything else is happening. I'm still trying to get a feeder club, but they can't find one. Every time I ask, like I ask for them to find one, but they can't ever find one. So keep trying to do that. But otherwise, so I will be back for the sporting game, the first knockout round, leg one. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.